So today, I'm going to try to splice a synthetic winch rope. Never done it before. Don't really have any clue what I'm doing. Just a YouTube video that I watched a while back. I don't totally understand, but we're going to try it anyway. And this winch rope probably isn't any good anyway. I don't know. Looks pretty rough. But I'm going to try it, see what happens. Check her out. All right, well, here we go. Take my glasses off so I can see up close. All I've done so far is tape this end off, and I'm gonna try to cut it off smooth because I think it'll be easier to feed the rope back down through itself. That's kind of how you're supposed to do it. You make a little spot and then send it back down through itself, and then it's like a Chinese finger trap. When it pulls on itself, it locks up. At least that's the idea. And I can kind of see like how far they did it before. I'm just going to try and kind of do the same. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm willing to try. So I'll finish cutting this off here with my razor blade, so it's nice and clean and smooth. Look at that. And it's much smaller than the diameter of the rope, so hopefully it'll be easier to pull through. I haven't really decided what I'm pulling through with yet. I thought about like taping it to this pin, or this pin, so that I got some kind of like needle to push it down through there. I don't know. All I know is I need to get the other end of this here taken off of this so that I can send it through there. I think I might pull this one apart just to see what it looks like, if I can. I mean, it basically just goes through itself and then right down through there for, I'm gonna say, an arm's length. Look like an arm's length. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. Let's see if we can get it out of here, just for fun. Maybe you guys all have done this before or know what you're doing, or I probably look like a complete moron. And I mean, I'm probably saving a rope that shouldn't be saved, but I think I'm just pulling it apart. I bunched all this up. Looks like it goes through right here, maybe. And it feels like it's like fused here or something. I don't know. Maybe there's just a knot on the end of it, or just doesn't feel right. It feels like it should come out. It's not. Oh, there it goes. Maybe it's that Chinese finger trap thing. There. Yeah, just a blunt end. This part here must have been sticking out because it's kind of dirty. I don't know. I'm not going to do it that way. I think I'm going to cut a few of the strands back so that it tapers down and just leave it buried inside of there. I don't know. I'm sure that if anybody watches this, I'm sure there's going to be a group of people laughing at me like, what are you doing, you idiot? That is not how you do that. Well, I mean, I said at the beginning, I don't know what I'm doing. Worst case scenario, I can buy another rope. It's going to be tough to thread it through there, isn't it? Because that is a little hole. Back to the knife. This part here that was sticking out and is all bunched up, it's kind of causing me a little bit of problems. So I think if we just get rid of it, it'll thread itself back out of there much easier. Of course, my razor knife isn't very sharp. I mean, I'm cutting right down here on my leg, so of course, you know, if we slide off of here, it'll just go right through my femoral artery and I'll bleed out before anybody finds me. It's fine. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. So that's what was the rope before it got cut right here, that far from the where it was fed down through. So I mean, I'm guessing that if I just do this again on the new rope, or the new section of the rope, everything will be fine. Right? Maybe? I don't know. Let's see here. So it's going to end up right about here. I'm just going to put a piece of tape on here to mark where it ends up so that I can know where to come back out. This. So I should be able to go through the eyelet, go back down through the inside of this rope, and end up with a new end on it. We'll see. Okay. Let's lay this out. Got a little too much through. Some of it back. I mean, this is where we were at before. And I mean, this worked up until now, until it got cut. So I'm just going to kind of make it the same. It's a little bit longer, and it's just before my tape line. So that's what I'm going to call good. So I'm going to pull this down through here. I'm guessing that's the end of that. Now, on this one, they went through here and then came back through and went down the inside of the rope. So, I'm going to bunch this up here. That. I'm going to send this whole rope through that bunched up hole. Like this. Like that. Then, I'm going to tape this big pin to the end of here so that I got like a needle. Do it like this. We'll just use lots of tape. I know I've said it before multiple times. I have no idea what I'm doing. This might work, might not work. I don't know. It's worth a try. I'm sure if anybody watches any of these videos about me trying all this dumb stuff, they'll be like, oh, you should have done this, should have done that. Well, maybe you know what you're doing. I don't. Look at that. Seems pretty stout. So now, this is no more. I think we just bunch this up all the way down to my point here, like this. Push it all. That's a lot. We're all the way down to the tape line now, kind of bunched up. Then we just find a spot. Like here. Does this look right? Doesn't matter because this is the way I'm doing it. I kind of wish the pin wasn't so pointy. I can feel it like catching on the stuff in there a little bit. Getting this in here to start it is a little more difficult. And I wish it was a little bit longer. I wish the pin was a little bit longer. Because I'd like to have it clear down to the end here before I can pull it out. You know what? I'm gonna go get something. I'm gonna try something. I'll be right back. All right. I'll pull that back out. I got this piece of key stock. It's kind of tapered on the ends. It's narrow. It's 12 inches long, which I feel like that'd be work better. So I'm gonna try and tape this on there instead of that pin. Get this guy back out of here. Yeah, see, like the pointy part of that pin is just like getting into everything. I think maybe this key stock will be a little more blunt, and maybe it will just, I don't know. Thank God for video editing. I'll be able to skip through all this, me fumbling around trying to find the end of the tape. And then you'll just be able to see what I do next. There. There we go. Yeah, just gonna tape that right on the side of there. All right, needle version 2.0, same hole. So I got the needle This is going way easier through the middle of the rope than that pin was. Clear down to here. Look at that. That's just what I needed. That was like a 12-inch long piece of bar stock, a key stock. And I made it all the way through in one shot from where I needed to go to where I need to be. So let's see if we can get this through. I think the hardest part's going to be getting it at this initial opening. But I mean, it gets pretty fat when you bunch it up. I think once I get it in the middle, it'll go right down through there. I wonder if like some soapy water on the tape or something would help. Well, that did not go well. So, try again. Okay, this time, I'll try this. More direct. Just opened the rope up a little bit there, pushed it through there. I know when I'm watching YouTube videos on how to do stuff or watching other people do stuff that I already know how to do, my wife loves it. I am like, what are you doing that for? You're such an idiot. Why do you do it that way? You know they make tools for that, right? You know, I mean, like, I'm the couch quarterback, just letting everybody know that they're a moron and they have no idea what they're doing. So I'm sure there are a bunch of people that are like, you idiot. What are you doing? You sell a tool for like $5 that'll do what you're doing there. It's fine. I know I'm an idiot. But I'm trying. I'm trying not to be an idiot, but sometimes it just works out that way. Okay, round 2. Wish me luck. I definitely like the key stock. Let's come out. Where you at, little buddy? There we go. Look at that. All right, come on. You know you want to go through there. Oh, that is much better. Almost effortless. Look at that. Almost effortless. Unreal. Jacked around with that and it took me like 2 seconds once I put it inside of there and made a nice taper. So I think you just pull this down now, like this, I think. And then you take this tape off. Hopefully my measurements were right and everything works out like it's supposed to. Otherwise I'm gonna feel like an even bigger idiot than I already do. Okay, key stock. All right, now I don't want this big knot on the end. I feel like if I separated some of these and trimmed them back a little bit, it would make a more gradual transition. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take some of these. There I go, cutting towards somewhere I shouldn't be cutting towards again. I mean, I'm done having kids, so I guess if it goes south, it goes south. Okay. What I was after was just to make it so it doesn't have this big knot on the end. I don't know if you can tell, but it does get smaller, especially when you pull it down. And then when I pull it back through there, it's going to get smaller and smaller. It kind of tapers off into like nothing. Let's see. Take this guy off of here. I don't think my measurements were right, because I got too much left. Let's compare it to what we had to make sure we don't have to do this all over again. So we had this where it came out, and that's where it went in. So this is what we had. Yeah, it's about the same. Just gonna trim it back a little bit. I think it'll be fine. Just fine. I mean, really, the splice will probably be better than the rest of the rope, or the eyelet I put on it, because the rope's in rough shape. All right, here we go. It's fixed. I'll be sure and have my wife post a video if I die because the winch cable breaks or something. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know. Let's see.